Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube and welcome to this video about the language of spirit. There was a question that was asked by someone within this group, within YouTube. They asked me, how do the spirit world communicate, and how do they communicate to you if they're speaking a different language? So I thought, well, that's a good one to answer. So I'm doing this one, which is called the language of spirit. Now, first of all, I thought, we have to learn this spiritual language. We need to learn how to communicate with the spirit world. And we need to learn to know, is it coming through our emotions? Is it coming through the clairsentience? Or is it coming through the clairaudience, hearing, or your feelings? And this is how mediumship works through this way, through your feelings, your seeing, your hearing, and whatever other clairs you use. Now, when working in different countries, which I have done, there was one time I went to Finland and I was wondering, how would I be able to understand the spirit world if they were speaking Finnish to me instead of speaking my own language? And so I went to discover that. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a like. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do, because it's good to stay in contact with spiritual people. So anyway, when I went to Finland, what happened was I was so greeted by the Finnish people there so well, and I had a translator, and all the demonstration work that I did in Finland, the spirit world communicated with the same senses that I always had. So they didn't talk Finnish to me. They didn't talk a different language to me. All they did was talk in my own language. So really, basically, through the clairsentience and through the clairaudience and the clairvoyance, that's how the spirit world got across to me what they wanted to say to their loved ones. Now, the translator that was there had to translate my English into Finnish. So it shows you that, that the spirit world can, give you the information that you need, even if you don't understand the language. Which was quite profound, because I thought it was amazing, because when I was in Finland, it was like the Finnish people from the spirit world in Finland, they were so lovely. I could feel them just caring and nurturing me as I was there. So it just shows you the intelligence of the spirit world is they know how to communicate. And they did mention some words that I wouldn't know through my clairaudience, so my hearing. They mentioned, and I just mentioned them, and they were correct, because I'd read them somewhere or heard them, and those words were correct. And that is how the spirit world can communicate in a different language. Now, I gave a reading just about a week or two ago to a lady out from Italy, and I also don't speak very much Italian, apart from buongiorno, and that's it. So when I was working with the spirit world was still giving me information from a guy that only spoke Italian, from the spirit world, giving me the information through my clairsentience, my clairvoyance, and my clairaudience, and it was all spot on, perfect. Luckily, the recipient could speak English. So it shows you, even if you're connected with someone that couldn't speak English in the spirit world, they can communicate with you through the same senses that you've always used. And what was amazing about this is that even though I was bringing through this lovely Italian man for this Italian lady, he managed to mention his name in my clairaudience, which I didn't know exactly. And I said, do you know if he's connected to a name Giorgio, something like that? And that was his name. And I heard that. So that's how the spirit world can bring through language that you would not normally pick up. So there were some little bits like that. The name came through clairaudience, and also there were a few little bits of Italian that sort of came through, but obviously my Italian is not very good. So even if I do speak it correctly, I would need someone to translate it for me. But it just shows you the intelligence of the spirit world is they know how you work. They know how the mediumship works, and they can communicate to you through Italian. So since all my years, I've communicated in so many different languages with the spirit world, and all the contacts I've given for different people, that I can't speak the language, and the spirit world have always communicated in the same way with me, using my six senses that I use for my mediumship. So also someone else, this person had also asked someone else about, is it possible to communicate with someone with a different language? And they got from a different medium, yeah, some mediums are can develop that, or they could do that. Basically, if you open up to that person and you just let, from the spirit world, just let them come through, you'll certainly bring through it in the same way that your mediumship works now. It will just evolve, and you will certainly be able to communicate with them in the spirit world, because the universal language in the spirit world is the love vibration, right? Universal language in the world is love. And all messages from the spirit world come on the same frequency of love. So that frequency comes into your body, gets translated into your pictures, into your hearing, and into your feelings, and then you give what you get. So if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to subscribe, please do subscribe to my channel. And it's good, I will be putting up videos each week. This was a question from one of the people on YouTube: how do you communicate with people that speak a different language in the spirit world? What is the language of the spirit world? It's universal love, and it's the frequency of that comes into us, and that's what we send out to the people, the sitters, and we let them know what we're talking about. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free to write questions in the comments here, and just so that I can keep up. And if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask about mediumship, please feel free to do. And it's a wonderful subject, and there are so many questions, but there are so many answers. So the answer to this one, just briefly, in Finland, Sweden, Italy, Germany, Holland, England, Ireland, all the different countries that I've been to, even if I couldn't speak understand their language, if I'd met them in real life, they've always communicated through my mediumship senses, and they were spot on with it. So there's no problem understanding the spirit world, even if they come from a different country. Thank you. Wish you a fantastic day, and look forward to tuning in with you next week, same time. All right.